Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. So you got your regular brush, which, like I say, is a weapon in itself, but then you'll get an extra brush like I used to do. And with that extra brush, I used to have that brush where I put a split in it, somewhere there in the middle. I have almost broke the brush, right? Either on the side of the bed or whatever. I've almost broke it to the point where if I apply a little bit more pressure, it'll just break. And when it break, parts of this stuff is going to be sharp, right? Whereas to the same effect, whereas I hit you with it, it's going to penetrate you with the force that I put behind it. Now, take in mind that this may sound brutal, but we in a brutal environment. And take in mind if it's like that and I hit you with that in your face. I hit you with that in your neck. I don't care who you is or how big you is, it's going to incapacitate you enough till I can do what I need to do to you. You know what I'm saying? Or stop you from doing what you're trying to do to me. You understand? So I used to always keep a brush like that, just in case, you know what I'm saying, those situations popped off. So knowing that I was going to jail and didn't know what my circumstance, didn't know what my situation was, you can only take one brush. I took the brush that was ready for war. You understand me? So now that I'm in this type of situation and this type of thing is going on, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, you know, get this brush out. You know what I'm saying? So as he talking and doing what he doing, I done got the brush out, right? Now I'm sitting on the bunk and I done took the brush and put it on the side of the bunk and pressed on it so it'll break. You know what I'm saying? Now I got two pieces. I could put one in each hand, right? So I got that. So I'm already, you know what I'm saying, you know, way ahead of him. I don't know what he thinking about. I don't know if he thinking about. I don't know nothing. But what I do know, if he try anything, his success rate is going to be 0. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do know. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Because I have positioned myself to ensure that. So now, like I say, I ain't looking to hurt the young fella, but at the same time, I ain't looking to be hurt neither. So, you know, and if it comes down to that, then, you know, all gloves is off, you know. So, you know, it's an awkward situation, man. He's steady trying to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, he's sitting there, you know, we in the cell together. He's sitting on the toilet. I'm sitting on the bunk. He trying to conversate with me. It's kind of warm. And he done bust his shirt off, right? Took his shirt off, sitting on that joint. He done broke his little stuff out. You know, he done bought a little food with him. He's eating a honey bun. And I'm looking at him there. He's a big one. You know what I'm saying? He's a big one. And the dude got, literally, he got the big Superman logo that Superman got on his chest. Yeah, he got that tatted on his chest. Big Superman logo tatted on his chest, right? And I'm looking at this cat and I'm saying to myself, right, okay, I already, you know, call it, you know, whatever you want to call it, confidence, arrogance, whatever. But I already looked at him. I know physically, even though he physically imposing, I know he ain't been through what I've been through. I know he don't know what I know. And I know if he tries something, then he not gonna prevail. You know what I'm saying? So the more he talking humble though, and he talking with some sense. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, feeling no animosity towards him, but I still got these thoughts in the back of my head. And then, like I say, I know a lot of dudes, especially at his age, they can be led by influence. They can be led by dudes, you know what I'm saying? Dudes tell, man, you up in there with him, you know, we beefing, man. Man, you got to get him, man. You know, you got to do this, you got to do that. So all of that can come into play, you know, and I know this, and I'm knowing this, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm staying prepared, you know. But I know every time police came by, he was like, what's up, man? What the sergeant? And what is that? So he was concerned. He was trying to get up out there. But then, like I say, trying to do all these things right in the midst of somebody else, that will alarm another person. If he say at the door all this crazy stuff like, look, man, I ain't trying to be in here. I'm supposed to be in here with dude. You know, it's this thing going on. It's Richmond, D.C., man. Dude from D.C., I'm from Richmond. I ain't, you know, he don't know how I'm going to respond. But at the same time, I'm educated enough now and mature enough to say, okay, I understand, bro. You trying to get out to say it. Ain't like he trying to run from me or whatever. He really trying to you know, not have himself in this type of position. Like, I don't want to be in this type of position, but I ain't gonna go to the police. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the police know what they was doing when they put him in there. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't going to the police. And I definitely ain't gonna move because I was in there first. So if he wanted to do that, I ain't got no problem with that. But in his mind, he may be a little apprehensive about saying that to the police in front of me. But it came to the point where he ain't had no choice because the sergeant came to the cell. So when the sergeant comes to the cell, the sergeant asks him, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I mean, what's going on, man? What the first of all, what they locked me up for? So then the sergeant like, oh, that what you come for? You know what they locked you for, man? I ain't got nothing to do with that. You on investigation, woo woo. So he was like, man, but look I mean, and sergeant like, what? You know what I'm saying? So he kind of like moving to the side so the man could see me. So he was like, man, I mean, like, why they put me in here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know this man. You know what I'm saying? Why they put me in here? So he was like, I don't know what to put you in. He see me and then he's like, okay, I mean, what you saying? So he more or less saying like, okay, what y'all saying? Y'all locked me up for? Why y'all put me in here? He locked up for it too, but he from over here, I'm from over here, way up. So he was like, oh, okay, all right, oh yeah, he said, yeah, okay, he from. He said, I don't know, man. I ain't call that shot. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, but that, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the sergeant's like, yeah, okay, well, let me check, man. Let me check and see what's going on. So the sergeant leaves. So then he turned around to me and he more or less trying to say like, man, I ain't got no problem with you, OG. I'm just saying, man, I don't understand why they did this. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, everybody looking at it, it look crazy, man. It look crazy. And I'm like, yeah. You know, I'm sitting there to myself like, yeah, it do look crazy. You know what I'm saying? But don't you act crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, it look crazy. I'm like, look, man, I don't know what they do. I'm like, look, youngin, I ain't got nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? I understand where you coming from. I'm good with that, man. But if the people can move you, if you can get moved, get moved, bro. Get moved. Because I say, to be honest with you, I ain't 100%, you know, comfortable with this situation neither. And I didn't want to say too much because, like I said, I didn't want to, you know, get him in a frame of mind where he feel nervous or he feel like I'm going to make a move on him. Because first and foremost, I ain't going to make no move on you when you ain't ready unless you done already, you made a declaration of war. Then you should have been ready. But if you stand on some type of humble tip or whatever, I ain't the type of dude that's gonna try to sneak you when you sleep, and I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that. I take it straight up, or I take it if you try to sneak me, and I take it like that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do nothing to nobody that I feel like is some Bama stuff. And then if they did it to me, I would say I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? You know, I guess that's the best way to put it. But at the same time, like I say though, I'm gonna protect myself. You know what I'm saying? At all costs and whatever it costs. You know what I'm saying? Period. So man, these people, man, this is what the system will do to you. Now they are aware of the situation and they still ain't doing nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't doing nothing. I didn't want to go to sleep that night. Like, I don't know what. I'm staying up. He trying to talk. I'm trying to talk. I ain't really trying to fall asleep because, you know, I'm uncomfortable. Even though I had got to the point just by talking to him that I kind of gauged that he won't gonna try nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, for whatever reason, I don't think he really, you know, I don't think he really trusted the odds, but I do feel like all them voices that was hollering at him was trying to send him subliminal messages, try to put a battery in his back to make him try to do something that he really ain't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't really take them type of chances with your life. You know what I'm saying? This if you miscalculate, you too late. You know, so man, it's wee hours in the morning, man, and this dude sitting up there talking to me, I'm talking to him, you know what I'm saying, woo, 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 but he done climbed up in the bunk, then he over top of me, I'm on the bottom, you know, so he talking, I'm talking, you know, shoot, it's 3, 4 in the morning, they bring breakfast around about 6:15, so it's crazy, you know what I'm saying. I think I eventually doze off a little bit as well as him, but I'm you know what I'm saying, I pop up like a jack in the box when I realize I'm asleep, you know what I'm saying? You know, check my surroundings, whatever, but, and I got them brush, you know what I'm saying, them brushes, you know, close by. So, you know, like I said, you know, calculating my odds minimal, minimal damage could have been done to me before I could have responded, you know, unless he just, you know, which is always a possibility too, unless he had something, hit me with a deadly blow with my eyes closed, and I don't care who he is, you can't do nothing about that. You know, that's just how it go. So, yeah, man, so we up the next day and we on it, he trying to tell the people, get him up out there. Now that he know that I know he trying to leave, so he's being more, you know, vocal about him trying to get out there, telling the people, man, y'all gotta move me, woo, 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 la, la, la. So he raising the little cane, you know, so that ignites his little homies, like, yeah, man, get him out there, yeah, what y'all doing? Y'all trying to set my man, get that man up out there. All of this, now it's a big thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So this creates tension as well, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's peer pressure involved. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure involved. You know, I heard a couple of them fools hollering out there, which I know they won't gonna do themselves. Like, man, just go ahead on and get them, homie. Get them, homie. They gonna move you then. Just go ahead on and get them, homie. I'm trying to put my ear to them voices, yeah. Because if I see you, then you get me. You understand me? You get me. You know what I'm saying? But he understood that. He like, y'all just chill out, man. Chill out. So he turned to me. He's like, man, I ain't with all that. I said, okay, I'm just listening like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But all the time, I'm paying attention to everything. You know what I'm saying? So, then we got housemen that come around there too. You know what I'm saying? They clean up. They like convicts or inmates that ain't locked up, but they work in the block. They got to pick up the trades. They got to do this, do that. Now, when that's going on, you know, dudes from other pods or other blocks, or even them coming in there, that could be their homie. They could, you know, slide him a kite that somebody said, and he could have a kite saying, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the big homie from DC, man. You got to make a move on him. Woo, woo. Your paranoia going on, this is all I'm thinking, you know, which is all really, you know, legitimate possibilities. And or somebody could send him that Bethlehem. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, everybody came to that door that he whispering through, talk houseman or whatever, I'm on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm on him. If something come through that door and it don't look right or the shape of it look funny, yeah, you know, that's the ball game for you, player. That's the ball game. I ain't waiting for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm in danger. You know, so he did get a kite or two. You know what I'm saying? What it said, I don't know. He read the Jones at the door, woo, woo, woo. Ripped them up, flushed them down the toilet stool. I can only imagine what they said, right? But then you got this Bama out there, this one of the housemen out there, and his name is Philly. You know what I'm saying? He from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Philly too. But this Philly, man, he had me ready. You know, when you get locked up like that, especially if it's an incident like that, everybody know the whole compound locked up. They locking everybody up. So the dudes is automatically figuring. And most of the time they write, you know, just by past that, oh, he locked up for this, he ain't coming out, you know. So they know you're not coming out. So now their whole attitude towards you changed. Their whole respect for you changed. If they owe you money, it's gonna be hard to get it because they like, I ain't paying the dude locked up. He ain't coming back, man. I'll deal with that another time later. Woo, woo. So Philly owed me some money, right? So I'm trying to get Philly to go take care of something for me. He's saying that, man, they watching us down here. I can't really do nothing. They watching us down here. Woo, woo. And I'm like, Jack, you owe me some money, man. Go get that. I'm going to go ahead and kill that debt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, they own me, man. They own me, bank. I can't. I'm like, all right, okay, well, bring my money down. Can you get that down here? Sneak that down. Bring it to me in stamps. You know what I'm saying? Give it to me in stamps. However you got to get. Man, I ain't even got it right now. Why you ain't got it right now? Well, if this wouldn't have happened, you would have already had to have paid me. So you won't gonna be able to tell me when I was out there that you won't gonna pay me that you didn't have it. So why is you telling me now? Man, come on, bank, man. You tripping, man. You tripping, man. You in the hole. I'm working there. I said, man, get my money. Man, I ain't got it. Ooh-wee. He wouldn't have never said that if I was out there. He wouldn't have got all of that out if I was out there. So, you know, these are the things you got to deal with. So I just got to, I'm just sucking it up and just looking at him. And he know the look. You know what I'm saying? He know the look. And the look is, you know, Jack, Joker, I got it forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got, but you better pray if you don't bring that money down here that you don't run into me no more. I can tell you that right now. With this foolishness you doing right here behind these doors, don't run into me no more and ain't had paid me already. You know what I'm saying? That's the look I gave him. I ain't had to say no more. I said, okay, all right, don't worry about it, and roll out. But that's what I was thinking in my mind, and he better be glad he didn't run into me no more neither. But yeah, all of that type of stuff, you know, take effect, man, when they know your back pent up against the wall, you pent up against that wall, man, everybody gonna, you know, dog eat dog, man, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. You know, they only care when the threat is visible, when the threat is omnipresent, when that threat has been removed. Man, I don't care how bad you is, you can't do nothing to me behind that door. You can't do nothing to me all the way from, you know, that's how they think. So yeah, man, so that was wild. That had me on another mode, and I was trying not to make sure that I didn't let my mind get to the point where I'm angry with him, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to end up, you know, doing something here or moving when I ain't got to move. I'm going to move when it's time to move. You know what I'm saying? If it's time to move. And I'm hoping that I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the other house man out there. I spoke about him. That's Outlaw with his old, you know, Bama self. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to do nothing for nobody. He done already hollered out on the gate. Man, don't nobody ask me to do nothing. I ain't moving nothing. I ain't passing nothing. People watching us like that, man. If y'all can't respect that, man, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, everybody gangster when you know, you behind that door. You know what I'm saying? But all them doors was to pop open. Everybody, the whole attitudes will change immediately. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you got to take it on the chin when you back there, man. You know, so anyway, man, you know, a couple of days go by, man. A couple of days go by. Now, imagine what I'm telling y'all. A couple of days go by in this tense room, man, and environment, man, until finally a lieutenant or captain came in there and talked to him, and he understood the situation. He knew me. He looked at me. You know what I'm saying? He told him step aside. He looked back there at me. I'm sitting on the bunk. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. And I don't know. He just could see it like, man, y'all need to do something, you know, because I had to look like, you know, and he was like, boom, he was like, look, man, I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to try to take care of this. He get up straight on the radio. This is all that could have been done. People that want to do something will do something. People that don't want to do nothing ain't going to do nothing. They're going to make up a bunch of excuses. That man got on that radio. He went on that radio for about 5-10 minutes. He stepped away from the cell, so I guess couldn't hear all this conversation. And he come back. And when he come back, he stood by the door and told the man, pack your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he stood by the door, you know what I'm saying, and waited for that man to finish packing his stuff. And he did not leave the door. And he busted the door and told dude, come on. You know what I'm saying? After he put the cuffs on. He cuffed him up and everything. But he busted the door, told him step out, stepped out. He reached in, grabbed the man's bag, set the man's bag out, closed the door. You know what I'm saying? Dude even said, man, he said, all right, man. He said, man, I ain't got no beef with you. I said, yeah, you good, young blood. You know what I'm saying? He rolled out. You know what I'm saying? All his little buddies out there hollering, yeah, that's right. Get up out there, get up out there, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, boom, they take him on up out there, man. And I remained in the cell. I remained in the cell by myself, man, until they started moving dudes to another part of the SAG, because this was a created SAG. So when they started moving us to original SAG, then I got moved to original SAG, which in the original SAG, you're not going to be in the cell with nobody anyway. So when I get moved to original SAG, I'm in SAG now, still trying to get out here, man, and I ain't did nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I can't get out. You know what I'm saying? They won't gonna let me out. My people done called, my people done bugged them, my people just been ringing the Jones off. I done write paperwork. Them people saying the same thing, and they holding fast to it. They say, he ain't coming out. He's a threat to the orderly operation of the institution until we can deem otherwise. He will remain in segregation. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. And don't matter who you call. You can write Richmond, you call. This is what the situation is. This is for the safety of this institution. I'm like, what safety? I ain't do nothing. I ain't pose no threat to nobody. I ain't put my hands on nobody. I ain't put the Bethlehem in nobody. What, you know what I'm saying? This is my argument. Falls on deaf ears, man. You know, eventually, man, I ended up staying back there, man, for months and months and months, man. I've been back there so much I can't remember which month it was, but I believe for this alone, man, this months alone, I think I stayed back there, man, anywhere from 6 to 8 months. Somewhere up in that area, if I'm remembering correctly, with this incident before they just shipped me. They ended up shipping me. This is how I left there and went to Nottoway, I believe. Sent me to Nottoway. You know what I'm saying? That was when I went to Nottoway. If you look back on my videos when I left Greensville for that, it's probably Nottoway. I think I went to Nottoway. So yeah, I left the institution, man. Left a lot of money on the institution. Left a lot of, you know, homies on the institution. All for something that I ain't had nothing to do with whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And look at all the things and situations and all the things that I had to go through and get dragged all just because. This is what I tell y'all when I mean, you know, on the administration side as well as the inmate convict side, your reputation will precede you. Whatever you do is going to follow you, good, bad, or indifferent. So just by them knowing my name and me already have had some serious incidents within the time I've been in the prison, and they knowing, you know what I'm saying, you know, your geography, you know, where you from and all this, and this is what's going on, boom, you out of there. You know what I'm saying? You out of there. Because they ain't gonna wait for you to do nothing. Not that they care. It's not that they care about us and our well-being and our welfare. They care about their jobs. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with dudes and lives getting lost and dudes getting stabbed in their face and in their eye and dudes going to hospitals on gurneys and helicopters coming on there and dudes got to have surgery. Oh no, the people losing their jobs then. You know what I'm saying? And then in one big mass incident, oh yeah, so they gonna make arrangements to get that under control. You know what I'm saying? And I just became a casualty of that. You know, but crazy, man, crazy story, man. And I know y'all TVP. I know y'all want to hear the whole incident, and you know, I'm gonna put that pressure on Mo to get with him so I can get it to y'all, man. But you know, that was just a crazy situation, man, where they put the op right in the cell with me, man. The so-called enemy right in the cell with me, man. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, by the grace of God, man, we got through it, man, with no casualties. And you know, like I say, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, that at that point in time in my life, I had enough maturity to think about what I did instead of doing what I was thinking. You understand? And that is a lesson that I always tell y'all with TBP, man. And I'm fortunate enough that the experiences that I had at that time gave me that type of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Where I could, you know what I'm saying, be an independent thinker and did not let, you know, my surroundings think for me. And I made the best decision for me. And it just worked out, man. So thank God for that. But if you out there somewhere, Superman, you know, salute to you, my brother. It's all love, man. It's all love. But anyway, man, I wanted to give y'all that, man, like I want to give y'all everything, because we family. Talk to me, I talk back. Let me know in the comments. I love the comments. I read the comments. I take heed to what y'all saying, man. I like to hear y'all perspective, the way y'all feel about these stories, these incidents. But I hope y'all can take these stories, man, and pass them on to somebody who need to hear them, man. To somebody who don't want to live that type of life. To somebody who say, you know, man, this is crazy. I ain't trying to live like that. And they change their path of what they doing out here, because that path out here that they doing out here could lead to this type of life. So that's our whole objective, man, is to keep them out of there. Let them listen to it. They ain't got to live it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to live it. Trust me. So, that's what we doing, man. So 2023, man, onward and upward, man. Y'all be safe out there. Be smart. Make good decisions, man. And I'll be back at y'all in 24 hours, man. And as always, man, y'all know. Boom, boom. Duck them hooks. All of them. Shout out to Young Mo. Life locked in forever. TDP, we locked in forever. Boom! Believe that.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.